What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another collaboration beer. This time between Hop Butcher for the World, and they're out of Chicago, Illinois, and the Resident Culture Brewing Company, and they're out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and this is their Pleasant Dank. So they're calling this one a Strata, Dorado and Simcoe-hopped Double IPA. Comes in at 8% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is just over 6 weeks old. I want to give a huge thanks, shout out once again to Hop Butcher for hooking me up with this one. So big thanks to them. And yeah, Pleasant Dank. I'd imagine this beer is going to be dank. That's all I can say about it. But one thing I've noticed about the collaboration beers, at least a couple I've done recently with with Hop Butcher, what the fuck, with Hop Butcher, is that they're 8% instead of 7.5 like most of their double IP. So I don't know if that's a collaboration thing they do, but I just found it interesting. And Strata, Dorado and Simcoe, that is a weird combination of hops that I don't think I've had before. So anyway, as per usual, not going to look at the tasting notes anymore at Hop Butcher until the end, unless I forget. And at that point, I'm just a dumbass. I'm a dumbass in general. But I think the last beer review from them, I totally forgot to look at the tasting notes. So we'll do so at the end if I remember. That is the goal, though, going forward. Because I used to do the tasting notes, and they would influence me, I feel, to some degree. Even though I didn't, went in with an open mind and everything, I just feel like, a little bit of influence there. We don't need that. Anyway, pouring it into the Hop Butcher glass here that I love. Huge glass, so you can get your schnoz in there and get going, figure it out. Yeah, so that pours out like a Hop Butcher hazy. Honestly, but reviewing a lot of treehouse beers, that kind of has that treehouse look to it, like a really deep, like golden orange color, but like real, like dulled out, but not even dulled out, but just like kind of looks like almost like guava juice type of thing. Has about a finger of this really creamy, bright white. Just the head looks fantastic. Like it looks perfect. Like this beer looks great, especially in this glass. Let's get a nose. Okay, so there is a pretty big dank quality here. It has that, just like that resinous kind of like hop dankness, like generic. And I know that sounds bad, but like I can't really describe it outside. It doesn't have that like onion and garlic thing going on. It kind of has the dankness that you expect out of like, that you might get out of like overripened fruit kind of thing going on, like that kind of stench. It's probably not the right word to use in this situation. Underneath though, a shit ton of, and I like to say fleshy, like sweeter, like when I say fleshy fruits, I'm talking like fruits like papaya and mango, melons, like cantaloupe and stuff where you just eat with a spoon and it has like a nice, like almost creamy sensation to it. That's kind of what I'm getting here. A mango, cantaloupe, papaya, things like that. Maybe even like a honeydew. I'm not a huge cantaloupe guy. I can like it at certain, like, depends on, I guess, my mood, but I'm not a huge fan. I much prefer honeydew or watermelon. But yeah, there's that big dank quality, that overripened kind of fruit thing going on. Maybe a touch of like citrus zest, like an orange or like grapefruit. But yeah, it smells pretty good. It just smells like really saturated hops, like just like overripened fruit and that dankness, and it smells like it's really going to be quite tasty. So let's get into it. Cheers to everybody, and thanks again to Hop Butcher. Yeah, Pleasant Dank is appropriate. Body of this one at 8%, it's like higher side of medium. Has a little bit heft behind it. The mouthfeel, maybe not to the top level of what Hop Butcher can do, but very close. It's soft, it's smooth, it's creamy, but it has a little bit more of like a carbonation kick. Not too much, but just a little bit that's noticeable. Some of their mouthfeels are like treehouse-esque for me, where it's just like so soft and smooth and pillowy that's just like a cloud you want to lay your head down on. This is not quite there, but close. The taste though, a lot of sweet, juicy, tropical fruit at the forefront. Like I'm saying, it's sweet, but also juicy. Like if you, like it has like peach sensations. I didn't mention peach in the nose, but like there's peach, there's mango, there's papaya right at the forefront. Very sweet, very juicy. Passes through the palate. About halfway through, you're hit with that dank quality, like a resinous dank quality. It has that like earthy hop kind of quality that kind of bites and grips the tongue like halfway to 2/3 of the way through the palate. Then it finishes with this really semi-dry, moderately bitter type of finish. It's not too bitter, but you get all those juicy, sweeter tropical fruits at the forefront that at the back end, you're getting the bitterness that you would want to balance it out. I'm also getting like this slight pithy kind of citrus, like grapefruit kind of pith on the back of the end too, that's kind of mixing in with that bitterness. Yeah, so sweet, juicy, tropical fruit, mango, peach, papaya, right at the forefront. You could even say honeydew, melon, cantaloupe. Midway through the palate, there's that dank, earthy, kind of gripping the tongue type of hop saturation thing going on. And then the back of the palate, it's semi-dry with a moderate bitterness, a little bit of that grapefruit pith or zest. And that's pretty much it. 8.0%, I believe. So 8% on the nose. Yeah, here's the thing. If I was doing this blind, I'd probably say 7.5%, 8%. Why? Because I've drank so many of these now where they have very similar bodies and mouthfeels or within that realm, and you really don't taste the alcohol. Like when I get a beer like this that I taste the alcohol, or it's noticeable on the palate, or even like into your chest, with like the warming in the chest, it's kind of weird nowadays. But nowadays, I can kind of figure it out based on the body and the mouthfeel, and yeah, this drink's like it's 8%. Really fucking good beer. Nothing crazy, but for me, really good. So Pleasant Dank from a collaboration between Hop Butcher and Resident Culture. This gets a straight, how's this say? I'm going to give it a lower 4.2 out of 5. Why? I don't know. I was going to go 4.25, but I'm just going to go 4.2. Why? Again, I have no idea. Just because it's kind of what I thought. So 4.2, it doesn't matter if I go 4.2, 4.25 out of 5. It's just my rating. It doesn't mean anything. But a 4.2 out of 5 means this is a really fucking good double IPA. And if you see it, grab it. We're going to do tasting notes, then we'll do price and availability. So tasting notes. Pleasant Dank. Okay. Why didn't I put 2 and 2 together? So the name of it is Pleasant Dank. And they have Pleasant Dank as a tasting note. And I remember having probably 3 or 4 of their beers that had Pleasant Dank, maybe even more than that, have Pleasant Dank as a tasting note. So that's why they call it Pleasant Dank. I'm a fucking moron. Light resin for sure. Pleasant Dank, yes. And then bright tropical. Yeah, so they're pretty much 3 for 3 on the tasting notes. The Pleasant Dank for sure, the light resin sure, and the bright tropical for sure. So yeah, that's why it's called Pleasant Dank. I fucking idiot. Price and availability, I think a beer like this is probably $16 a 4-pack, like so many of their double IPAs. Maybe it's a little bit more because it's collaboration, but if anybody knows specifically, if I'm wrong, point it out in the comment section. Pretty sure it's $16 4-pack. Also, train going by. Second review that I've done since come back with the train poking its head through. I don't know if you'll hear it. Hopefully you hear it. So yeah, probably around $16 a 4-pack for this one. Availability, Hop Butcher gets distro all over the place now. They're even showing up in like the UK and I think in Poland. One of, was it Gloomy Otter? One of my viewers likes to comment a lot. Believe he said he could get these in Europe. So like, yeah, they're all over the place. They're in all over the US, into Europe now and whatnot. So yeah, I'm just glad that more people are getting their hands on Hop Butcher because they make great beer. Like I said, they send me the beer, I give it an honest review, and most of their beers are delicious. So when I give it a 4.2 out of 5, that's not because they sent me the beer, it's because it's a fucking delicious beer. For sure, if this was an other half can or a treehouse can or fucking whatever, it would get a 4.2 still. It's just a great beer. So if you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Once again, huge thanks to Hop Butcher for hooking me up with this one. I do appreciate it. Until the next one. Cheers.